As 2025 comes to an end, it's time for my yearly tradition to look back and say, so how did it go? Kind of like my own personal annual performance review. This video is mostly for future me, to see where I was, who I was, and where I was trying to go. Kind of like a save file that judges you back. But let's rewind to 2025 Martin, full of hopes, dreams, and apparently very optimistic time management. Let's look at the first goal that we set. In 2025, I'm going to begin my game development journey. Yeah. Look, I had big plans, okay? But between life, kids, work, streaming, existing, it just didn't pan out. I just didn't have the time to work on this, so I'm just going to put this in the crying in a corner pile and move on to the next one. The second goal is, I want to stay consistent to my stream schedule as much as possible. This one we did actually achieve. We did keep a consistent stream schedule throughout the whole year. Aside from any, life events or emergencies, I did consistently stream for the whole year. Even more than I think I planned. A lot of extra days, a lot of long streams. So we definitely stuck to this one, so that's a win in my book. Goal number 3 was to beat 30 games. Did we beat 30 games? No, of course we didn't. But we did beat 20 games, which is still quite a lot. And we got our first ever all achievements on Hollow Knight. It's actually my first ever all achievements in my entire history of gaming. So that counts for at least like 15 alone. Surely. Come on, that's a win. It's a win for me. If it's not for you, it's my video, so fuck off. Damn! The next goal we set was to hit 300 subscribers on YouTube. And well, that number's less than 300 in case you don't know basic maths. But we did grow the Twitch quite a lot recently. We even got affiliated over there too. So I still count this was a... So I still count this one as a win. Even though it's not on this platform, we did grow significantly and we've got a... I can't words, I can't speak. Please, send help. We did grow over on the Twitch. And we built a... Why is this so hard? What am I trying to say? Even though we didn't hit 300 subscribers, we did grow the Escapee community. And it's an amazing community that we're in. So now we're moving on to the personal category of goals that I set. So I'm going to go through these quite quickly. Weight loss was one of them. And well...
Look at this dude.
Yeah. The next goal was to move house. I didn't move house. I'm still in the same house. Which is fine. But I just wanted a new house. I wanted more space, But here's the important part. It's okay not to hit all of your goals. This list shouldn't be used to punish you. It should be used as a goal, as a direction to move forward. And as long as you keep moving forward towards those goals, that's a win in my books. Every bit of progression is still progression, no matter how small it seems. Now, for the 2026 goals. All right, future me, this is your homework. Don't screw it up. So let's start with the content goals. I would like to carry over the 300 subscribers one for YouTube. It's a nice goal to keep working towards. I'd like to try and hit 100 followers over on the Twitch. I would like to try and get some more videos out for you guys because I do really enjoy making them, but it's just difficult to find the time. It takes way more time to edit than I always expect it to. Maybe that says more about me than the actual process, but... And then the final one is to get all achievements in 3 games. Yes, 3. I couldn't remember the number then because I'm almost 30 and numbers are hard. I want to get all achievements in 3 games. As I said earlier, we got our first ever all achievements. My first ever all achievements on Hollow Knight this year. We're also working on all achievements for Hollow Knight Silksong, which hopefully we'll have done before 2025 comes to an end. Told you, numbers, difficult, man. So hopefully we'll have that done before 2025 comes to an end, if not very early 2026. So that's 2 we'll have done kind of in this year, maybe carried over. Yeah, I would like to do some more. I really, really enjoyed the process of doing this. I always thought I wouldn't enjoy the grind and suffering, but turns out I kind of do if the game is good. Okay, so onto my personal goals now. I would like to be... So onto my personal goals now. I would like to try and lose around 10 kilograms this year if possible. I know that's quite a low goal for an entire year for someone as big as me. As I said in my last year's video, I think it's good to have small achievable goals that you may be able to exceed rather than large daunting goals that can be, what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't know. Words are hard as well, apparently, as well as numbers. I think it's better to have a small achievable goal that you can actually work towards that feels like it's within your grasp, rather than having something large that's going to take 6 to 8 months to even feel like you're nearing it. That's just me, and I find that works for me, and a lot of people find that works for them. Some people like to make big goals. That's not me, unfortunately. It just kind of stresses me out, and then after a few months, I'm like, we're so far away, and I just kind of, it demotivates me. It takes a lot. So the other personal goal is I want to save towards buying my first house. As I said, I'm going to be 30 next year. Damn. That was my internal screaming, by the way. 30 is coming in hot next year. You know, I have a fairly comfortable career. I've worked very hard through uni and things in the past sort of decade to get into an okay position. So I would like to start trying to save towards buying property. I feel old even saying that. Okay. The final personal goal is possibly the most important, and it's just self-care. You know, touching grass, watering the human, sleeping from time to time. This one I'm kind of bringing to the forefront. It's probably one of my highest priorities. It also ties in with the weight loss because that's kind of self-care as well. But in the past few years, whenever I've set goals, self-care has kind of been there as like this should always be on your list because you should always be trying to do self-care, but not as like a focus or a front. For the past couple of years, I feel like I've really pushed self-care aside to focus on career and other things, which is good, and it's really paid off in some ways, but I think it's time now to put myself a little bit more forward and try and make myself feel a little bit better as a person, both physically and mentally. And the next category is what I call the optional goals, which is basically just carrying over the game development goals from last year. If anybody is interested, I do have a second channel, this wonderful channel with 0 videos. Go and subscribe. If I get time, which hopefully I do, I would really like to try and focus a little bit more on this. The channel might not only be dedicated to game development, just development in general and things I find fun and want to learn and mess about with. Also, if you haven't joined the Discord already, what are you doing? What are you doing? The link's down below. Click it. Click. Go and give it a click. Why am I speaking so fast? The link to the Discord is down below. Go and give it a click. You're guaranteed to get at least 20% cooler just by joining. It's scientifically proven. We have a resident scientist that's proven these things. Don't ask where the studies are. Don't ask where the papers are. It's fact, all right? You can assign yourself a role in the Discord if you ever want to be updated about anything we do on the second channel, development stuff. So, yeah, it's a great place to be. We have a fantastic community. And then, of course, throughout it all, we're going to be doing what this channel is all about. Escaping from reality. If you ever need a place to unwind, to relax, or just forget about the real world for a little bit, you know where to find me. 2026 has big things in store for us all, and you're truly capable of great things. But just remember, it's important to escape reality, but never to run from it. Happy New Year, everyone, and let's make it a good one.